G'day punters, it's a tired John Stark Poker Fish reporting here from the Southern Poker Tour, main event day 2. Sitting next to me is Barry Hajisavva, who's already picked up one title and come second in another. How you going, Barry?
Very well, thank you, John.
Yeah, I was just having a chat in the break and found out some interesting news. We'll get to that in a minute, but firstly your 2 titles. What did you win and what did you come second in?
Okay, so I won the Hyper Turbo on Thursday, and on the same day I come second in the Freeze Out, an event which I actually won in the last series.
Yeah, so you're an absolute gun.
Well, I'm still learning.
Yeah, well, tell us a bit about your poker background. How'd you get into the game?
Just that I'm a competitive beast, and I needed something to do after I finished playing darts, and I started playing pub poker in Port Pirie, and I liked it, and then I played a few tournaments. I went to Vegas and played in one World Series event, a $600 event, and did all right there. And when the Southern Poker Tour started, I thought, this is great. And now I'm retired.
Oh, Mount Gambier.
And now I'm retired. I'm going to play a lot more of these.
Okay, we've just been photo bombed by Martin Pink, who's just been stealing my chips here in the first session. 8-9 he had against my pocket 8s, hit a 9 on the river. Well done, Pinky.
That's Pinky.
That's Pinky for you. Anyway, you mentioned darts. You said in the break you had about 20 years playing high-level darts. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, well, I actually, when I was 16, I shattered my ankle and I was in a cast for 6 months and I needed something to do, so I started throwing arrows at the board. Didn't know how good I was until I come up against someone who was pretty good, and I beat him, and he said, you should play this more. So started playing that, and before I knew it, I was the South Australian Junior Champion, and then I went on that year to become the Australian Junior Champion, and I went to England and did very well in the World Championships there, and from there I represented South Australia on a few occasions and played tournaments all around Australia. I went to America twice, I did the tour there, went to England, and I gave it away when I was about 35, 36.
Wow, that's an amazing story. So darts to poker, any transferable skills? Anything that applies to darts and applies to poker?
Oh, it's very mental. Darts is a very mental game. You have to, nothing really affects you except yourself in darts. You can only put pressure on yourself, and so you've got to be really calm and really calculated, and I think it's the same in poker. I mean, it's a lot more mental in poker because you've got a lot of valuation to do, but it's about that calmness, not letting the nerves get you making bad decisions or getting to you and affecting you, you know?
Yeah. So do you ever go on tilt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially when the wife beats me.
Yeah. Have you had any examples, bad beats this weekend where you could have gone on tilt, but you managed to stay calm, or?
Yeah. I had ace queen and queen on the flop, and on the turn, the guy that called me, and we went all in on the turn, and he called me with queen 10. I had ace queen, and the 10 spiked on the river. That was pretty unlucky.
Isn't it amazing how often that happens?
Yeah, but I say to myself, when it went all in, who had the best hand, and I had the best hand, and you can't help luck.
Yep.
And I'm on the other side of those things sometimes, so it equals out. You know?
Yep, you get it in good.
Yeah.
So young poker students, get it in good. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Don't look at the result, look at the decision.
Yeah, we were talking about Stephen B. He had 2 brutal bad beats this morning. Came in with a big stack, 2 hands in front in both, lost both, and he's out.
Yes, but again, look at the decision. Was he in front, and did someone get lucky? You know.
Yeah, he was.
You can't help that.
Yep. Now, this is your final event, and you're actually spectating.
I am. Yeah, my wife is doing well. She's got a 400 plus stack, and this is my way of saying, Barry, you should have made it through, because it was only 10 minutes to go when I got taken out yesterday. So after playing for 5.5 hours to be taken out in the last 10 minutes, I should have just folded and just made the second day. So this is my punishment, and I'm a big believer in philosophy. If I stay here, I watch, and next time I remember that, and I was the same with darts. If I got knocked out in the tournament, I didn't go home. I stayed there because learning is hurting.
Yep. How many 180s did you shoot in your career?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I think in the one league I had over 500. In another league I had over 750, and many in tournament. I mean, the better you get, the better you are. The more success you get. But that's the way. I mean, I would I would have thrown, in a practice session, I would throw over 200,000 or 300,000 darts just in a practice session.
Wow.
So you can imagine
Seriously?
that.
That's
Oh yeah.
$250,000 darts.
Yeah, I was practicing. I was fortunate. I had a dart shop, so all day I was in the dart shop, and when there was no one in there, I was practicing as well.
Yeah.
And I would practice for 5-6 hours a day.
Yeah, see, that's the 10,000 hour rule. I often say to people, if you want to be an expert in something, you've got to pay your 10,000 hours.
Yeah, there's no luck in it. I mean, you get out of whatever you do, you get out what you put in. And if you're prepared to put in the work, you're going to get out. You're going to get the reward. You know, I always remember John Lowe, who was one of the best dart players in the world there. He was interviewed by Don Lane, that's many years ago. And just after he made his 9-darter, and Don Lane said, "Now, what's it like to earn $10,000 a dart?" Because at that time, the first 9-darter was worth $100,000.
Yeah.
And his answer was, "You only saw 9 darts. You didn't see the 3 or 4 million darts I threw before that to get to that point, which gave me the opportunity." And that was a brilliant answer, and that is what any sport or any game is like.
Yeah. So the poker community, we better look out for Barry, because he's going to be spending hundreds of thousands of hours working on his poker game, and we're in trouble.
Well, I enjoy it, and I pat people on the back when they get me, and I say, bad luck to the people that do, because this game is a bit of luck. It's still skill, but there's no fluke that the same people do win the bigger tournaments time and time again, because they're the ones that put in the work.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, great chatting to you, Barry. So we'll post this up on John Stark Poker Shark a bit later in the week. And thanks for talking to us.
Good, and I'll wait for it and I'll watch it, because I've subscribed already.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, see ya.
See ya. Is that okay?